Hello my fellow art lovers, welcome and welcome back. I hope you are having a great change of the season. So these days I am very busy due to some circumstances of my life, and it feels impossible to sit down and have a proper art session. So usually I choose the easy way out and draw something fairly easy and in my comfort zone, which at the moment it's color pencil. I just choose a couple of cool references and go for it with no care in the world. I feel bad these days a bit. Every work I do is kinda take the easy road. I'm like, loose sketch, unfinished painting, loose, no pressure. It's been like this for a long time, I feel. I need a proper project that makes me regret my existence, you know? Anyways. So, if you're new here, and if you don't know, I have a habit of using whatever leftover I have in hand and try to make it useful or get out of my way. And the tiny sketchbook you see I'm drawing on is part of that project. I already made a part 1 of this, which you can check that. And I also made a playlist of this series, which you can also look up. I was going for a theme with these 3 drawings that I picked, but I don't know what theme. I saw a crab, a shell, and a skull, and it seemed like a theme to me. So I also like to talk about my different approach at my technique on these pieces. If you saw my color pencils before, you know what I'm talking about. I tried a bit more rough line technique than usual, and a rough liney texture here. It's just so easy and kinda therapeutic to me. I just go with very light pressure on the pencil and build different layers, but in a liney pattern. Because with the color pencils, if you want a very seamless blend, at least in my experience, I go with more of a circular motion and try to fade in colors together that way. But here I enjoyed the liney effect. I talk about my full approach on how I do color pencils or how I draw with them in this video up here. It's just kind of an old video, so if the sound is not as good, I apologize in advance. But I feel like I explain myself and my process pretty clear, and I don't want to repeat it here. So check it out if you like. The link is also in the description. What I think that helps a lot with how a color pencil piece looks pretty, not just realistic, but pretty, is the layers. It is so important to build your layers with very, very light pressure. And by each layer that you put, you can press harder, and when the paper is filled with colors, it also gets easier. You can try yourself and see what I mean if it comes out a bit weird. The brand of color pencil is also important with the layering. Some pencils will not show on more than some amount of layers, so you need to have some test runs, you know. So another day, another me, another nail. I can have one day of filming to save my life. This and the other one I did in one day though, so that's a plus. I really like this one, but I wish I add some more bolder or darker colors like the last one to make it pop. The reference photo was as light, but because it was in a dark background, it was much nicer, I feel. I tried to unify the colors and make it a bit darker, but I was kinda satisfied, so I just called it finished. For the last one, I chose a bit more complicated than my usual go-to. It's not my best work, but it'll do. It also just a sketch and nothing serious. I don't know the skull belongs to what animals. What I know is that my proportions are a bit off and lopsided. In my defense, the filming angle can be hard sometimes and it's hard to get a full vision. But as I said, no problem, it's just a sketch. Anyhow, this was the part 2 of the sketchbook that I told you I'll post. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you are interested to see a final part and see me finish this sketchbook, or you're already done with it. I'll happy to know. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your time here and I hope to see you soon. Bye.